everyone, I'm Jay.
And I'm Sean.
And we watched a movie.
Yes, we did.
Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry.
Tom and Jerry coming at ya.
Back like no one requested.
Who's asking for this movie?
I
can't imagine who.
I feel like the only people that would ask for it maybe are people who lived in the 1940s and died soon after. So this is like all they know. Mm-hmm. And then somehow they're requesting from beyond the grave.
And their ghosts are writing this in?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only way I can explain it.
Okay. I'm gonna have to poke holes in this theory.
Oh.
And yet, I cannot offer a better one, to be honest.
No.
Who is asking for this movie?
I guess they figured they haven't made this in a while and we need to make an animated live hybrid. And we have this semi-valuable property that is just sitting in the corner. Mm-hmm. I don't know.
Well, first of all, we put it in the corner for a reason.
We did.
We should get to decide when you come out of timeout.
Which is never for
and
this.
Yeah, you know what? Tom and Jerry served its purpose. It had a time and a place, and that was a long time ago in a very distant place. And I think, even though that this is an origin story and technically a prequel to everything we've ever seen before, it is set in modern day and just doesn't really belong.
No.
Would I have liked this movie any better had it been strictly animated?
No.
I probably couldn't have liked it less.
Yeah, okay, that's fair.
I do think trying to set it within a live action universe was probably the wrong call. It didn't work well for me. And that has worked okay in other instances, but this one, I don't know what it is. It just doesn't feel right. Because we haven't really adapted them at all. There's the same old, up to their real old hijinks, not saying a word.
No.
We haven't really done anything to adapt them, and yet we're throwing them into this environment, and it just felt jarring.
Well, they can't really interact with humans because they only interact by chasing each other and getting into, as you said, the same old hijinks. Like, Tom will run at Jerry where the mouse hole is, and then Jerry will move the mouse hole on the wall, and then Tom will hit himself, and then Jerry will run through Tom's head to get into the mouse hole, and then you can see Jerry in Tom's eyes. Mm-hmm. That's it. That's the shtick.
Yeah.
You can't really have humans
other than... Is it getting old yet?
Yeah. And all the humans can do is just stand by and go, oh no, the cat and the mouse are fighting.
Yes, and of course, some actors are better at acting with nothing.
Yeah.
You know, because you have to pretend that there's something there, even though it hasn't been drawn in yet. Sometimes they might give you a tennis ball to pretend that this is the head you should be looking at. But not everyone is good at talking to a tennis ball.
No.
You know,
I mean, most people probably are bad at it.
Probably.
I'm sure I'm not good.
Well, we could try that out later tonight, but let's not tell everyone about what we do in our bedroom, okay?
Okay.
So here's the plot. Feel free to take notes if you're worried. Will you get it?
Up, yeah.
You know, it's a little more intense than Saturday morning cartoons. Jerry is the mouse.
That's right. Good job.
Jerry is the mouse. He moves to the big city, New York. Looking for an apartment, can't afford anything nice. We see some pretty dismal places.
We do.
Glove compartments and not good looking stuff.
No.
But on his way to the next place, he's passing through Central Park, notices a cat who is busking, a blind cat playing a keyboard, busking for the people who are enjoying his little act until Jerry inserts himself because he sees they're throwing coins at him. And obviously Jerry can't afford a nice place and he'd like one. So he gets in on the act because obviously a blind cat wouldn't even be able to tell. But guess what? The cat is Tom.
Tom's
He's not
blind.
really blind.
Just faking it.
Just faking it for the money.
Which people are furious about when they find out.
Sure. Then they gotta chase each other through the park.
Yeah.
And Jerry winds up running into the famous Royal Gate Hotel. A great little gambit because a mouse can maybe get in there unseen, but a cat, much harder.
It is harder.
Now once Jerry gets in, he never wants to leave. The hotel is quite swanky.
It is.
He finds a little place between the floorboards and sets up quite a mouse bachelor pad.
He does. He always does have a nice place.
Okay, I did not know this about him.
Well, it's one of the things from the cartoon.
Okay, well he does have a beautiful place, but there's a catch because, I mean, he's not going to just stay down there. He wants to enjoy the hotel's beautiful amenities.
Why wouldn't he? Yeah.
Why else would you move into a hotel, right? You're paying those rates. He's not paying any rates. He wants to enjoy the amenities. And the problem is this Royal Gate Hotel is hosting this weekend. It is very quickly done. The wedding of the century. Preeta and Ben are getting married in the hotel. And the hotel's reputation, future success is riding on this huge wedding.
It's very important.
They cannot have a mouse running around separately but at the same time. For some reason the hotel needs extra help and they're just hiring them now.
Yeah. For the weekend.
For the weekend only. And they expect to have like the best of the best. And certainly Kayla's resume claims that she is the best of the best. It's not true.
Well, it's not hers.
Well, it's in her hands.
Okay.
Kayla is played by Chloë Grace Moretz. So she hands in her resume to Michael Peña, who is the event manager of the hotel. He needs help putting on this wedding. I don't think he fully trusts Kayla, but his boss kind of steps in and says, "You're hired, babe." And as her first act is hiring a cat to chase the mouse.
It's just good cartoon logic.
Yes, I did recognize it from your logic. Yes. That's what she does. And her manager's fine with it.
Her manager thinks it's a good idea for some reason.
Well, you know the reason. It's because he wants to see the cat in a little hat.
Oh yeah, that's right. And a name tag.
So that is how Tom also gets into the hotel. And now there's going to be a huge cat and mouse fight.
Yeah.
And these two are pretty destructive when they get down to it.
Yes.
The hotel is not going to be okay.
Really, that is the other point of the cartoon. When you really dig deep into it, it's not just cat versus mouse. It's that everything will get destroyed.
And everything does. Yeah, this was a terrible idea.
Yeah.
A really terrible idea. Gosh, that new girl, Kayla, whose idea was that?
Bad hire, yeah.
Terrible hire. We don't even know who to fire first, Kayla or the cat. So, yeah, that's what happens.
Yeah, it happens for like an hour and 40 minutes.
Exactly. All over New York City at times.
Yeah.
It's really, I mean, and it's not exciting because it's the same exact thing over and over.
Yep.
And when it gets going really good, they just start like in a blurry tornado where you don't actually see anything happening.
Yep.
Which feels lazy.
Oh, it is lazy.
You know.
That's like a remnant of when animation was done by hand and they're like, I'm too tired.
We can't possibly. Yes. So, and it's very old, and for better or for worse, but it's the very old style of cartoon violence where, I mean, you do terrible things to each other and hot iron in the face where you see the steam from the burn, but no lasting effects. No. Tom's head is literally pummeled into his body, but he could just pump it back up. Yep. So it's that non-realistic, let's say, violence. The old cartoon.
The old give it to him.
Yeah, it's terrible, and yet nobody ever dies or is even really
There
hurt.
are no consequences whatsoever.
Except to the hotel.
Well, yeah, okay.
And to people's careers.
Right.
And to that wedding.
But not to the cat or the mouse.
Correct. Yes. So did you like it?
No.
Oh.
Surprise! It's not good. It's just not good, and it makes you wonder who ever thought this was a good idea, because it is equivalent to the idea of hiring a cat to chase a mouse in a hotel.
Yes. Only it wasn't a movie. It
No, it was
millions
real life.
of dollars.
Yeah.
And somebody greenlit it anyways.
Someone greenlit this
Yes.
thing. It's astonishing.
So Michael Pena and Chloë Grace Moretz, I mean, they got a paycheck.
They did. They showed up.
They did.
That's about all you can say.
I mean, she's not good.
No.
And I like both of those
Yeah.
human
Sure.
actors.
They're good in other stuff.
Yeah.
They're not even really trying here, but it doesn't matter. Even if they had put in a great performance, it still would be a bad movie.
I mean, it's hard to... I mean, the script is lazy, obviously. But because it really is just the same old stuff.
Yeah. Because it's Tom and
probably
Jerry.
didn't need more of it. You
No.
know, you just don't need
No.
more of that. Because the characters are really one note.
Oh, yeah.
They don't really have personalities.
No. They don't. They don't have anything.
They
Which
just
again is-
have a rivalry.
Yeah.
That stems back apparently from an incident in Central Park.
Who knew?
Who knew?
Now
that it
we
was
do.
A busking incident.
Yeah. That led to all these
The years
repetitive hijinks.
of just mayhem.
Yeah.
So that's too bad.
Yeah. If only they could have talked it out, but they never say anything.
They never say anything. Which you would think, like, you know, by the end of the movie, when they, spoiler alert, have to team up together to save the romantic couple whose wedding has been ruined. And also team up with the humans.
Yeah.
Like, the plan that is hatched and somehow communicated is, I mean, obviously has to be one-sided and yet gets executed flawlessly.
It does.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
You know,
Only in the movies.
this was tough,
Yeah.
you know? It's really just too bad when the humans in this movie are even dumber than the animals. All of whom are animated, not just Tom and Jerry.
Yep.
Every animal in the movie is animated, except the ones the humans are eating, as Sean pointed out. Weirdly.
Weird. It is weird. Where are those animals coming from? If you cook a cartoon animal, does it become a real one?
Maybe.
Maybe.
You want to test it out?
I don't know. Maybe that will be explained in the prequel to this prequel.
Oh my gosh, please no.
No.
We didn't need this movie.
No.
It wasn't any good. I think they probably knew that. They must
they
have
knew that.
suspected.
No one could watch what came of this and think, like, we nailed it.
Do you think anyone is going to like this?
I don't think so.
I feel like anyone who was an old fan of the show, this is too far from what it was.
Yeah.
You know, introducing the live action, and it just, I don't feel like you're going to get a sense of nostalgia from this.
No, I don't think so.
And kids watching this are going to be like so confused. I think they expect more from
They definitely
cartoons
expect
now than
more.
Tom and Jerry are
Yeah.
really giving.
Yeah, absolutely. We've moved past this. Mm-hmm. This is going to be boring to a kid, I think.
Sure. Plus it's about a wedding.
Yeah.
They don't care, you know.
No, they won't care about the live action stuff, and I don't think they'll even care about the animated
No,
stuff.
they won't. So I just wonder who the heck this movie was for.
Yeah.
Not me,
Nope.
not you.
Nope.
So please tell us, who is liking this movie?
I would like to know.
I mean, it just opened this weekend, so perhaps by Monday we'll see that nobody liked this movie. That's possible.
That's likely.
It's early days right now.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you know, it was at a premium price.
Yeah.
So do not pay it.
No,
Don't even pay it to answer our question.
No, don't.
If you are remotely curious about this movie, wait.
Yeah.
You will hate yourself for paying $25 for this movie,
I think
even if
regardless.
you
Yeah,
like
even
it.
if you like it.
Because I think a liking of this is going to be tepid at best.
Yeah.
You're not going to love it.
No.
You maybe won't mind it.
Yeah, I think that is
But
the best.
$25 will make you angry.
Yeah, it will.
I know.
Yeah.
So, don't say we didn't warn you.
Because we did.
Oh yeah, we did. This whole time, that's all this has been like, oh no, 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 no. So thanks for watching. Bye.
Bye.